India accounts for more than one-sixth of the world's population. It is the second most populous country in the world with a population of 1.25 billion, lagging only to China, which has a population of 1.36 billion. India is currently the seventh largest economy in the world measured by nominal GDP. 2000 years ago, India accounted for one-third of the world's GDP. This was mainly credited to its large population base. Before the industrial era, more people meant more production. But today, despite having such a large population, India accounts for less than 3% of the world's total production. India adds roughly 15 million people each year and is expected to surpass China by 2022, becoming the most populated country in the world. This population explosion puts a strain on the already scarce resources of the country. Population in India has crossed the optimum limit and has become a liability. Indian population is growing at a rate of 1.8% per annum. In order to achieve a given rate of increase in per capita income, larger investment is needed. This adversely affects the growth rate of the economy. In India, annual growth rate of the population is 1.8% and the capital output ratio is 4:1. It means in order to stabilize the existing economic growth rate, 7.2% of the national income must be invested. Composition of the population in India hampers the increase in capital formation. High birth rate and low expectancy of life means large number of dependents in the total population. In India, 35% of the population is composed of persons less than 14 years of age. Most of these people depend on others for subsistence. They are an unproductive consumer. The burden of dependence reduces the capacity of people to save. Hence, the rate of capital formation falls. Rapid rate of growth of population has been the root cause of food problem. Shortage of food grain hampers economic development in two ways. People do not get sufficient quantity of food due to low availability, which affects their health and productivity. Low productivity causes low per capita income and thus poverty. Shortage of food grains obliges the underdeveloped countries to import food grains from abroad. So a large part of the foreign exchange is spent on it. This causes development to suffer. Large size of population results in large army of labor force. But due to shortage of capital resources, it becomes difficult to provide gainful employment to the entire working population. Disguised unemployment in rural areas and open unemployment in urban areas are the normal features of an overpopulated country. Rapid growth of population accounts for low standard of living in India. Even the bare necessities of life are not available adequately. For an increase of 1.6 crore, India requires 121 lakh tons of food grain, 1.9 lakh meters of cloth, and 2.6 lakh houses, and 52 lakh additional jobs. Population explosion gives rise to a number of social problems. It leads to migration of people from rural to urban areas, causing the growth of slums. People live in most unhygienic and insanitary conditions. Unemployment and poverty lead to frustration and anger among the educated youth. This leads to robbery, beggary, prostitution, and murder. The terrorist activity that we find today in various parts of the country are a reflection of the frustration among educated, unemployed youth. Overcrowding, traffic congestion, frequent accidents, and pollution in big cities are a direct result of overpopulation. In India, population explosion is the result of high birth rate. High birth rate reduces health and welfare of women. Frequent pregnancy without having a gap is hazardous to the health of the mother and the child. This leads to high death rate among women in the reproductive age due to early marriage. To improve the welfare and status of women in society, we have to reduce the birth rate. Consequently, due to the large population, the size of markets will increase. This should enable firms to take greater advantage of the economies of scale. Extra demand will be generated. This is likely to stimulate investment and may lead to introduction of new technology. Large population of a country can become a boon or a curse, depending on how its potential is utilized.